Hey everyone, how's it going? Monday, last week of July, and time for a music update. This last week has been pretty interesting, pretty busy, all kinds of things going on in my life, but music's always a big part of it, and that's what I'm here to talk mainly about. And made some purchases, and I'll share those with you. I didn't prepare like I not used to, but here we go. I got records sitting down here and we'll go through them. Recently I won't say their names, but a couple got a hold of me saying in the VC, I think they're in the VC, saying that they were going to be selling some records, thought I might be interested, and so they offered to me first, which I do appreciate. And so I picked up some things I didn't know that I was going to own. One is the first thing, and that's this Porcupine Tree Live in Tilburg box set. 4 LPs, you know, a big Porcupine Tree fan. And this was the highlight of what I bought from the folks. This is in great shape. 4 LPs, let me just show a little bit of it. Big fat ass book. You know, again, I like the way that Steven Wilson caters to the vinyl fetishist in us collectors, because he's the same. Lassie Hoyle designed the package, all the covers. Played a couple of the albums, and again, when I'm in the mood for Porcupine Tree, it just goes on. You know, I like the band a lot. Probably one of the things I like the least about Porcupine Tree is the sound of Gavin Harris's drums. I don't like the way they're tuned. This was real nice. I bought 2 more albums from the folks, and I bought In Absentia on black vinyl from these folks. Now, I have to wonder if the folks ever played this, because there's actually a blemish on the vinyl, and I'm not complaining. I'm stating, like I've been doing with Nice, you know, my anxiety about Nice not being flat, but it's a fact. A lot of the records aren't flat, so I state it because it's the way I am. Really happy to have this. One side has a scrape on it. Now, I'm not complaining. They sold this to me at a decent price. Obviously, I've had this forever on CD, so I can hear the offending side unblemished. But I guess I wonder if they ever played the record. Did they know it was there? And if so, I'll tell you this much, if the way that I am, I would have told you about it. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying that's me. I wonder if they even knew. There's a blemish on one of the sides that you hear when you play it. Not complaining, real happy to have this, and they gave me a good price on it so that I could afford it. The other album I bought from them, which again, I was very happy to get this because I didn't know that I was going to get it on vinyl, is Insurgentes by Steven Wilson. And this is virtually brand new. I don't think this was ever played. So I just picked those up. Very happy about those. This last week has been very, 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 very intense. My friend Randy LeMasters was in town from Pittsburgh he used to have a record shop, but he also runs a small record label called Randy's Alternative Music. And he's the guy that put out Digital Sex CDs in America, which I do have available. I haven't been talking about him. But he was also a big fan of the band The Millions from Lincoln, Nebraska. And put their stuff, he's reissuing their stuff. M is for Millions. He just released this on his label. Remastered, reconfigured, new artwork, and a whole extra disc of tracks. The band played in Omaha and Lawrence over the weekend. I went to the Omaha show. They were excellent. Lori Allison is the singer, and her voice is extraordinary. I encourage you to check out The Millions. It was a great show. They don't have any vinyl. that I can think of. I think they do. Okay, the other band that played the show was some friends of mine from Lincoln. WWWWZ. They're on Saddle Creek Records, and they opened the show. And I get their new thing now. For a while I wasn't so sure I liked the change the band was going in, but I get it now, especially after their performance the other night. It's moving in the direction of soul in a really kind of angular, strange way. But album's good, better than I was thinking it was going to be. This is really pretty good. WWVWWZ on Saddle Creek Records. I'm also in a short film with Teal, the lead singer from this band. Let's see here. So I bought those at the show. Now what was cool is Randy, I want to talk for a minute. Randy LeMasters is a very good friend of mine, big supporter of Digital Sex and my music, and he allowed me to bring some of my vinyl down and put it up at the merch table, my Nice and Sonospheres 2, and I sold copies. It was awesome. It was awesome. We went record digging while I was in town. We went out to record vendors, and I bought a few things, but I've also got a bunch of records sitting down here because I've actually been playing records as well. I pulled this to just talk about on Facebook because someone had posted a Mystic Moods album where the inner sleeve has a nude, and this one does too, so I pulled mine to show. Mystic Moods. Kind of like Mantovani. Yeah, Chris Brzezinski, like Mantovani. I'll just go through the stack. Some I bought, some I just played. Nova Vimana. These guys used to be Osana. And this is jazz rock in the vein of Mahavishnu. Some of it is really good, some of it is really flat. But the songs I really like on here I like really well. And the cover really sounds like the album. Vimana, like the flying ships from ancient India. Vimana. When I was out at record vendors, I went ahead and got a copy of this. I used to own it. Ian Matthews, If You Saw Through My Eyes. Now this is one of those Vertigo swirl records that is not valued. I understand that the Vertigo swirls that are really valuable are the UK versions. But this is a good album, so I used to have it, sold it, glad to get it back. I always love seeing the Vertigo swirl. I say it, and I say it again, if I was rich, that's what I would invest in, is records like Vertigo swirls, the ones that go for $300, $400, and $500 a pop. That's what I'd be spending my money on. Played this yesterday morning. This is a masterpiece. Walking in Space by Quincy Jones. Killer Joe, and then the title track, Walking in Space, from the musical Hair. It was a groundbreaking hit musical in the 60s. But this version of that song, Walking in Space, is the best. It's just a tour de force. This album is masterful. Also, people were talking about Comset Angels on Facebook, so I started showing some, and then I pulled some and forgot how much I love this band. So I played Land. I've played this about 3 times. These guys were, I feel like I kind of relate to Steven, the main guy of this band. Completely overlooked. No justice. This man has influenced everyone from U2 down. It's the truth. And hardly anyone knows who he is. I wouldn't be surprised if he's gone through great periods of bitterness, because he's very good. This is so beautiful. I'm thinking this music was a little too refined for a lot of people. It's just too good. That's all I can say. It's just really good. Out at record vendors, I went ahead and bought this for like $10. Usually I would be put off with the name of the band, but I looked at the cover and I said, this is cool, I gotta have this. It's the Little Boy Blues in the Woodland of Weir on the Fontana's Chicago band. I think this album came out in like 1970. It's psych, pop psych, but there's a darkness to it. You know, one of the songs is about satanic ritual. And anymore, because of things that I've learned, and also in relation to things that I already was perceiving, it does cause me to wonder about the fascination with the record industry and other parts of the entertainment industry, their fascination with Satan. It's a head scratcher. What the hell is really going on there? I don't know. Listening to, what is this? Washed Out, yeah. And then before that I was listening to Suzanne Sundfør from Norway. Just got turned on to her, love her. Had this out by Comet Angels. Picture Disc, Will You Stay Tonight? Great pop song, really. Should have been a hit. In the Nursery, pulled this out. Very grand, not gothic, grand. Orchestral. L'Esprit. Beautiful, beautiful. Picked this up at Record Benders last week with Randy. Fraternity of Man with Elliot Ingber. They had like I guess counterculture hit. Don't Bogart That Joint. Pass It Over to Me. That's on this album. And this is topically pretty cool. You know, the album is topical. I noticed the words right away as well as the music. They're talking about what's going on. It's good. Fraternity of Man. Holosud, I pulled this. Related to Mouse on Mars, Schumpeitiger. This is nothing great, but this is pretty cool. Electronics in kind of a goofy way. Mouse on Mars, Holosud. I can't pronounce the title of the album. Picked this up at Record Benders. Monochrome Set, Strange Boutique. Not a huge fan of Monochrome Set, but I get, and I got it at the time I had the records when they came out, but I sold them. So I was happy to get this back in the collection. I'm going fast because I could go a long time, and even a 12-14 minute video takes 2 hours to upload. So when I leave for work today with the film crew, I'll leave this to upload. Was playing this weekend, Pekka Pajola, a Finnish bass player who's passed away, Be the Magpie, was in the band Mid Wigwam. Mike Oldfield is on this. Just fantastic. Fantastic music. Just fantastic. Just fantastic. Had this out still too. Comet Angels, Fiction. I can't recommend this music enough. It's just really good. Melodically, just fantastic. Okay, show a few more. Then I go. I'm not a big fan of the Hello People, but their records intrigue me, and I don't see them often, so I bought Bricks. Produced by Todd Rundgren. Honestly, mostly I don't like this. They do a Todd Rundgren song, so I like hearing what they do with it. But the whole thing about this band still intrigues me. You know, why the face paint? Why the shtick? And even more so, why did they choose the songs and the type of music they play? Because I think it's really pretty wretched. Just really, really crap. What an intriguing look. Now here's a record cover. Here's a record album that's great with just a shit cover. Didier Lockwood. I like Didier Lockwood better than Jean-Luc Ponty. Not saying he's better. I like what he does better. Okay, get that straight. And this is a Didier Lockwood album. This Didier Lockwood group. And again, look at this terrible cover. In my opinion, just really shit cover. Why waste your money? Because it gives no indication to how decent the music is. I don't know. It's just, to me, real important. The visual. So, but I bought it because I like Didier Lockwood. And I'm not sorry. It's very good. Picked this up. An old Play It Again Sam release. It was just like $3 or $4. But actually, Randy bought it for me. Was it $4 or $5 for my birthday? This was more on the hard rock side than I remembered for Play It Again Sam. But there was a time when I was trying to hear everything that they did on that label from Belgium. Interesting. So I only played one side. This still could end up being a winner. I have this out and played it. She's a Rainbow. I played She's a Rainbow off of here. Stones. This is an original 3D cover. Took a chance on this at Record Benders. I like foreign pressings. Some stuff is good. Sometimes what's interesting is they'll have record covers that are kind of nondescript, but they're interesting to me. So you can't tell if it's going to be any good, but it's still intriguing. So this, I kind of knew this is going to be pop music. Probably not something I like, but it's from Hungary. The man is called Europa Chiado. Excuse me. And parts of this are kind of interesting because of the aspect that it's not Western, it's not American, and so it gives it kind of a strange quirkiness. I also like these foreign labels. So I'm glad I bought this, even though it's a little more on the pop side of what I like, but these kind of records intrigue me. I found something there. A synthesizer record that I had forgotten about. Ano Luz from early 80s. I think it's out of Spain. Brazil, Ano Luz. This is a synthesizer record in the vein of Jean-Michel Jarre, Klaus Schultz. Minimal. This is good. This was a nice find. Ano Luz. Ano Luz. Can never get enough of these kinds of records. Last thing I'll show, well, there's a bunch still actually, but let me show a couple more. I bought this one mainly for my famous Charisma collection. I love the label, and I do consider myself collecting the label. Lindisfarne is a little on the folky side for me. Mostly, they have some songs I really like. This is the kind of band where it's important to listen to the words. And they're good with words, so I'll give that to them. I just love the Charisma label. And it's a bit of an indulgence. Was there something in the store that I wanted more than this? Probably, but at the time when I saw it, it's like, yeah, you know, I like Charisma. I like the label. I like the design. So I grabbed it. Last thing I'll show that I bought was another H.P. Lovecraft album, Valley of the Moon. This is after they took off H.P. And this one is sliding into a little bit of the soul rock sound as opposed to the psychedelic sound that they started with. But once again, it has several redeeming qualities that makes it well worth keeping. God only knows how long it's going to take to upload this video. I won't bother with an update about my personal music until the next one.